Hello, all of you sports junkies. We are live with MFSN, and here we have Party Marty. Say hi. Say hi, Marty.
Everybody, how's it going?
There we go. All right. And Ross the Boss.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ross the Boss, and I want to talk hockey waiver wire with you, cowboy.
That's right. We are here to talk about hockey. I just began my learning last time with these guys, and I'm already doing so well that I'm actually winning our league so far. So we'll see what that means. I don't know. But for those of you who are tuning in and haven't already done so, please click subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and put your comments below. We want to hear from you. So we're going to talk about a lot of things, all hockey. First thing we're going to talk about is we are 1 week into the season, and I want to hear from you guys. Ross, we're going to start with you. Marty, use it tight because we're coming to you soon. Okay. Well, actually, we have questions coming in. Ross, tell us just quickly, what's one of your biggest surprises? Then I'm going to get to questions.
So it's not really a big surprise. It's kind of like a news story. It's Evander Kane. He's a player. He plays for the San Jose Sharks. He signed a $40 million, $50 million deal. He's 29 years old. He makes a lot of money. He recently filed for bankruptcy. He's $30 million in debt. You're saying, Ross, how can a hockey player be $30 million in debt? Well, if you go to his Instagram, he's in Las Vegas at the Cosmopolitan Hotel holding thousands of dollars in his hand. He's a big gambler. He's in debt. He owes the casino over $1 million. He owes creditors millions of dollars. So he thought the best thing to do is not to play because he wouldn't get paid. He basically would be playing for the creditors. He wouldn't see one penny. So he's going to file for bankruptcy. The contract will be void. He can start all over next year. But it's just amazing to me how a hockey player, 29 years old, can go bankrupt in so quickly. I mean, I don't know.
Ross, I didn't realize that the Predators had changed their name to the Creditors. That is amazing.
Well, he plays for the Sharks. But the crazy thing about the whole thing is, I mean, he did have a newborn baby. So the good news is at least he's not going to get his family COVID. At least he can stay safe, be at home. But it's a bad thing for the people that own him because he was a guy that was drafted in the 4th or 5th round. I didn't take him, but I know who did. And they already dropped him in my league. But if you have him, drop him now because he's not going to play this year. He's not going to play. Marty, what do you think?
Well, he played one game so far, but I don't know if he's going to stay on the team and he's going to probably stay home and wait until next year, how you said. He might do it smart and do it later on when he can do play hockey and stuff like that too. So hopefully he follows what he has to do for best for himself and his family.
Well, we're hoping for the best for him. I hope he turns it around. It sounds like he signed a contract that covers his debt, but he's not going to be making a lot of money yet. Well, $10 million actually sounds pretty damn good. But we're going to go to some questions, guys. We've got Matt Kleinman. He's asking, what do you look for most when picking up a player? Marty, let's start with you. What's the kind of player you look for most?
I look for who can get you points, who can get you more goals, assists, who can help you on the power play, who can help you with every night that they can do their best. When you get the goals, you get more points, then you move up in the rankings. But you got to check out if they don't get hurt and stuff like that too at all. So you got to just make sure they don't, stay safe on the ice.
Ross, how do you distinguish players to pick up? I mean, I'm hearing the stats
Marty said it great. Basically, the only stat he didn't say that I look at is time on the ice. I think that's important of how much ice time you do get on the ice. But power play, being on that first team power play is huge. That's one of the things I look for most when I watch a hockey game and I look at players to pick up. That's the number one thing I look at is power play. Who's on the power play? Because a power play usually scores, or if they don't, they come close and they take a lot of shots. So that being said, you want to get somebody that's on the power play.
This is great. So time on the ice and power play, those are big ways that you can pick up points very, very fast. We got another question from Matt Kleinman. This is also for Ross the Boss. You're just called RTB. I like it.
RTB is my nickname. I love that.
What goalie? Is that true? I didn't even know that about you. This is exciting. We're learning about each other. Okay. What goalie do you think is hot right now? RTB, we're going to you.
So I like, the Penguins I like the Pittsburgh Penguins a lot. I think they'll do well this year. The Penguins are a good team. They have a goalie named Jerry, last name Jerry, I got his first name, but he's been averaging like 7 goals a game or something crazy. So they're not playing him. They're playing Casey DeSmith. Casey DeSmith is like 2 goals a game. So Casey DeSmith, I like. I also like Party Marty's guy, Matt Murray. He just had a baby. He came back and he played 2 games already. He's giving like 2 goals a game. But for me, I like those 2 guys right now. I think they're playing pretty hot, and you can probably pick them up in your league too.
Marty, I need to just tell you this. When we talk to Ross about other sports, he knows where people went to college. But in hockey, he knows everyone who's had a baby. I don't know what it is, but he knows all about it. Marty, we're getting a question. I believe it is a friend of yours, 810 Pro Wrestling. I know you do a pro wrestling show. He's asking, can Party Marty do a shoey for us? Am I saying that right? Or is it a shoey?
I don't got no shoey, but I could do an Irish car bomb. I got no shoey there. 810.
All right. Well, let's see what you have. As you know, I'm a mental health professional. I'm not advocating for this in any way. This is an Irish car bomb. He does what he. All right. Let's. I'll drink to that. I don't have a drink with me, and I'm not.
Okay.
I have a drink too, Dr. Dan. I'll drink some of my beer also.
Okay.
This is great.
This is for Dan's lost the Cleveland Browns, but we're still saying they're a good team. So this is for you guys. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Marty. We really needed that after yesterday. It was a hard loss in football, the Cleveland Browns. So speaking of drinks, we're going to go to our sponsor now. We have a great sponsor, and we're going to hear now from Killcliff.
Everyone is happy with the new flavor of Killcliff CBD Strawberry Days. It's clean energy. Makes your days more pleasurable by infusing strawberries right into your drink hole. Look at Sally. Her drink hole is happy. Way to go, Sally. Get the world of tomorrow today at killcliff.com. The biggest no-brainer in the history of drinks.
Just delicious. I don't know if it stacks up with the Irish car bomb, but I know it does good things for you. Now, I see a question. I believe this is from a relative of RTB. Ross the Boss, there's someone here named Noah Mark. I think that might be your son. He asks, is it even worth having more than 4 defenders? I've been wondering this myself. There's in our league, there's 4 defenseman slots. So I'm figuring you got to be able to bring people in. So let's start with you,
That's a
Ross.
great question, and it's a great debate, actually. It depends on the league you're in. Some leagues, hits count, penalty minutes count, blocks count, and plus-minus counts. So that's all, and assists, too. Defensemen get a lot of assists. So that all being said, it depends on the categories. I know leagues. I'm in a league where I don't have anybody on the bench. You're not allowed anybody on the bench. You're only allowed to have 2 goalies. So I dropped the defenseman and I picked up an extra goalie so I can have an extra 2 or 3 starts per week with that extra goalie because I don't have a bench. But it's just depending on the categories the league you're in. It's a good move. It's a gutsy move. I don't know if I would do it, but if you want to carry 1 less defenseman and you have an extra forward, it's kind of iffy. Marty, what do you think?
I think it's good to have 4 defensemen, but some people do go with 5 or like 6 just to help them with points, but how you were saying. But I think 4 is good enough for you because you just need it for your amount for the team that works with your forwards and stuff. So you just need 4 defense and then keep it as 4 defense because that's what I do usually. I don't go more than 4 defense. Just, I don't go really 3 or 4 goalies because I think I like the points and the goals more sometimes. The pools are different set up, so I go with 2 goalies, but I go with 4 defense and then whatever I can. But I like to do trades, so you guys will see a lot of trades come from me probably too, because
yes, I want to see this. Wait, hold on. We have a question from MyFitLife365. Is MD in the middle or on the right? I'm not even sure I understand the question, which shows you where I am with hockey. I'm still learning. What does this mean? Marty, help me out.
What?
Is MD in the middle or on the right?
I don't know that one.
I have no idea what that means. Middle, MD, in the middle or on the right. I'm not quite sure what that means.
Are they asking? Are they asking about a doctor?
I don't
They're
know
asking about a doctor.
What the question is, but it doesn't matter. I would say the right. If I was guessing, I would say the right. That's me.
Listen,
that's me, Ross,
if you're
boss.
asking,
I don't know what to tell you. I have no idea what the question means, but you know, let's.
I don't know what that question is either.
I love this question. This is like it's like Waiting for Godot or something. I have no idea what this means. If you're asking like which one of us is an MD, the actual answer is none of us. But I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor of psychology.
Oh, I'm
the one on the left.
The question is Marty's initials was MD. That's his initials. So they're asking, is Marty in the middle? Which he is.
Marty's in the middle. Marty's in the middle. I got all confused.
The boss is on the right, the best looking guy. And the guy with the beard is Dr. Dan. So, Marty, you are in the middle. MD is Marty. I get the question. There you go.
We finally
brain
figured it
teaser.
out.
I got it. Dan, let's talk about surprises so far. You know, we're 1 week in the season. It's so exciting to watch. I bought my NHL package. I'm watching every game. I'm studying the game. I'm seeing who's on the first line. I'm seeing who's on the second line. I'm seeing who's on power plays. I'm seeing what goalies are hot. I cannot watch more hockey. I'm unbelievable. Ross the Boss is watching more hockey than anybody in the United States. I've watched almost every game that's played, and there's only been like each team's played like 2 games except Chicago, who lost every game, their own 3. But that all being said, the big surprise for me right now, who I think is playing great, is the Flyers are 2-0. They're playing great hockey. Hart, their goalie's playing unbelievable hockey. They're playing like a team. The team I'm disappointed in, Marty, is Edmonton. They're 1-2. They should be better. They're a good team. And Vancouver, they should be better. They're not playing like a team either. I'm very disappointed. I watched them play twice, and they're not playing up to potential yet. But we'll see what happens. We're only 1 week in. But I'm going crazy. See how crazy I'm getting for hockey, Marty? Do you see how crazy I'm getting?
Marty, before you respond to that, someone's calling Marty. You attend to that, Marty. Don't worry. I have a question for you, though. 810 Pro Wrestling. You go ahead. Oh, my God. It's his friend. All right. 810 Pro Wrestling. If I want to play NHL, what team should I play with? I'm new to this. So I play a lot of video games, and one of the best actually in the country playing NHL 2022 actually is coming out very soon, which I'm excited about. But that all being said, the team you want to play that's the best team right now in NHL, I feel, is probably Tampa Bay. Their team is from their goalie to their defense to their forwards. They're the most solid team. You take the Tampa Bay team, and you'll probably win your league in playing anybody you want. I sure know I like their goalie. I don't even remember his name offhand, but I own him because he was the first goalie off the board.
He's one of the best. He's one of the guys you can start every game. He'll get 35 starts this year at least.
Okay, Marty, I'm getting a note from the text. It says they are betting on the chat for ICB.
ICB? Oh,
that's Irish car bomb. What?
Okay, do it, Marty. Let's go. Come on.
My mom was just.
You gotta be ready, Marty. You gotta have the drink prepared before they ask for it. You're going to be doing car bombs today. You gotta be one step ahead of the audience because the audience loves watching you do them. Let's go. It's Martin Luther King Day here in the United States. So there you go. This is for
MLK.
There you go. For Martin Luther King, for all the marching and
we're celebrating lots of things.
I just made it on the news on TV, so my mom was just yelling at me for that one too.
So Marty, another big surprise right now with hockey is the Minnesota team is playing. They're 2-0. Minnesota.
They're playing incredible.
I do not have them being in the playoffs. And right now, they're 2-0, and they're playing like a top tier team. What's your opinion on Minnesota this year? Is it just a fluke, or are they that good?
No, they're like the comeback kids. That's what they're calling them on Hockey Buzz. They're calling the Minnesota Wild the comeback kids because they were down by 3-2 or 3-1 against LA. Both games they came back to win in overtime. So I like how Marcus Foligno signed his contract with the Minnesota Wilds, and he's a great hockey player. And his brother is also a good hockey player on the Columbus Blue Jackets too. So I like how Minnesota went up there.
As much as I want to talk about Minnesota, we're going to get back to this. But you said you were on the news. Were you arrested? Did you?
No.
Oh, no,
No, never.
I mean, I wouldn't think it, but
Marty's one of the biggest citizens. Marty lives, I don't think we told the story of Marty. He lives in Canada. He's one of the biggest minded people in Canada when it comes to hockey. People call Marty for his hockey opinions all over Canada. He's a well-known commodity in Canada, and we're lucky to have him here. He's one of the smartest guys, biggest minds in hockey, I think, in the world. Right, Marty?
Yeah, I love my hockey. I love how I pick the players, but I love playing in the hockey pools too, because it's fun to watch on TV, and you get the best seat in the house also to watch hockey games on the TV all the time too, and it's fun to be in.
You're unbelievable. It's unbelievable how much you love hockey. I love it.
I know I'm sticking on this, but why were you on the news?
Oh, I was taking my dog for a walk, and we saw a snowman in the park, and then I said, okay, so I hashtagged the news, and I said, put me and my puppy on the news. So they put me on the news, like trending wide on the news. So they put me on I think the news. My mom was yelling at me as that one. I thought her TV went down, but she was telling me.
Oh, but you were on news just now.
Apparently on the TV, but I haven't recorded it anyway, so.
That's unbelievable. Party Marty on the news. He's on MFSN. There's nothing Party Marty doesn't do except drink enough Irish car bombs for us on MFSN during the Hockey Waiver Wire show. Marty, that deserves another Irish car bomb. Let's do it. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh my God, you're gonna kill the man.
I'm not. No, he's
right,
not.
Listen.
It's
Marty.
It's nighttime in Canada. We're good. Stop playing Dad, Dr. Dan. We're trying to have fun here. You're killing us.
I'm sorry to be such a killjoy. Speaking
let me tell you about when he's drinking. I'll tell you about another big stat that I love reading about this. Tomas Tartar, who plays the Montreal Canadiens. This year, he's played 2 games. He has 3 shots on goal and 3 goals. How great! And he's like one of the leaders in goals with just taking 3 shots, which is unbelievable. So, to quote Wayne Gretzky, you can't shoot unless you can't score unless you shoot. So, Thomas Tartar, you're my biggest surprise of the week, scoring 3 goals with 3 shots.
Listen, that guy can't shoot unless he scores.
It's unbelievable. I never heard of a stat like that in my life to start the season off.
All right, I want to jump back though. We were talking about Minnesota though. I think one of the biggest surprises, at least for me, I picked up this rookie. Kirilov, I think is his name.
Kirilov, right?
He had a complete killer of a first game. And I don't know. I'm new to this. How good can a rookie be? Marty?
I think it'd be really good. If you look at Ottawa's rookie, Tim Sizzle, he got his first goal last night. He celebrated. It was sick. The puck came in the air. He got it right in the net. It was sick. It was a wonderful goal. I loved it. And he's going to get many more. He's a beautiful hockey player. He's going to get a lot of goals. So he's going to be a great player, great addition to this young team core. Everybody's counting Ottawa out. They're saying Ottawa's going to be 7th in the playoffs or out of the playoffs. But I think we're going to sneak in. We're going to prove ourselves. We're going to have a great team this year with Brady Tkachuk and Thomas Chabot and Matt Murray and every other player dancing off. And I don't name all of them, but I know all the great players, and they're great for me this year. The Ottawa Senators are going to make the playoffs.
You heard that first. That's Party Marty. He's predicting the Ottawa Senators will make the playoffs.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, unless he said it on the news earlier.
Yeah,
I didn't do that yet, no.
All right. Now, listen, if you're just tuning in, hit subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and put your comments below. We want to know what you think have been the biggest surprises so far. We're going to get to biggest disappointments as well, but I want to get going on waiver wire pickups. There are people here who are really looking for who to pick up. Let's start with forwards and centers. Give me a name or two, Ross. Let's get you.
So my number one pickup this week, and I watch a lot of hockey, so I know who's on the power play. I know who's on the first line. I know who's on the best line during everything. So my number one guy, remember, I'm picking people that are under 60%. So I'm not going to pick McDavid because he's taken. He's like 90. He's like 100% of the leagues he's taken. I'm taking guys that are under 60%. Probably under 40%. So my first guy is Anthony Duclair. He plays for the Florida Panthers, and he actually is in 30. He's available. He's only taken in 34% of the leagues. And I'll tell you something about Anthony Duclair. He is on the power play, the first team in the power play. He's scoring goals this season. He is getting assists. He's on the first line also. He's somebody that's young and hungry, and Florida has a young, good team. He's somebody that you should actually pick up now because he's not going to be available in 2 weeks. So Anthony Duclair is my first one he should pick up right now in the waiver wire. Another guy that I love is Joe Thornton. You're saying, Ross, Joe Thornton, he's 41 years old. Have you see what he looks like? He looks like Santa Claus. He has this long beard. It's like half white. And he was drafted in 1997 by the Bruins. A lot of players weren't even born in 1997 and are playing hockey right now. And Joe Thornton is like, he's doing the faceoffs. He's on the power play. He's actually in the first line. He's scoring goals. They call him Badass Thornton, and he is a badass this year. I would pick up Joe Thornton. I think that's a great pickup. And again, he's picked up only 20% of the leagues. Marty, who do you like this year?
I like how I said last week, or when we were on last time, I would have picked up Bobby Ryan. He's doing really well, and I think I'm going to pick him up when I have more moves because I'm out of moves right now. But I like to Duclair too because I like Duclair, and a lot of people don't pick him up. I think I do have him in almost everyone. I don't know if I have him in mind right now with you guys, but Matt Duchene, he'll get some points too. I know he has a slow start right now, but he'll pick up the game and he'll pick up the points. So Matt Duchene, Duclair, and Bobby Ryan's a sleeper, and he's doing great on Detroit. He just got his second goal with the Detroit Red Wings. So I like
I love when Ryan came up. He played for the Ducks for years. He played for New Jersey. He's actually, I like him a lot. Another player I like, he plays for the Kings. It's Jeff Carter. You're saying, Ross, Jeff Carter, he's still in the league? Yeah. And he's I watch him play. He can skate. He's skating like a madman right now. He's scoring goals. He's getting assists. He's on a mission this year. If you can get Jeff Carter this year, he's a great pickup. The Kings are going to work that guy. He'll play 20 minutes a game. He's somebody that you want to pick up now because it's not going to be available later. But Carter, for me, is somebody that you should pick up immediately. Immediately, Marty. Immediately.
I might not pick him up, but I'll try to get him probably.
Now we have a comment from David Bertrand. He said he got very excited about Tim Sizzle when you said him, but he says dancing off is good though too. And what else did he say? Booby Ryan, is that his name?
Oh,
Booby Ryan had
he likes to joke around with me. He calls him Booby Ryan, but I'm like, Dave, you know what, Dave? It's Bobby Ryan. Okay, Bobby Ryan.
Is he not? Is he like not an Ottawa fan, and that's why he's
he's an Ottawa fan. He likes to tease me half the time.
He just likes to tease. I see.
Yeah.
All right. You know, I'll get the hang of.
But Dave's a good guy. I'd like
Bertrand.
to give a shout out to Dave. He's a good guy.
All right. We've got a comment from Noah again.
Yep.
Tony is on the PK too. So penalty killing unit, right? That's what PK is.
Right, penalty killing, yeah. PK is penalty. That's correct. So he's talking about.
So is that valuable in hockey? I don't really know.
It is and it isn't. I mean, it's good with shorthanded goals. But how often does that happen? But Marty, I think it's time for an Irish car bomb. But I think it's a good. I'm not really huge on shorthanded goals. I just think it's
I love shorthanded goals, but you gotta get the right.
It's just a chance of luck. You don't draft players because shorthanded goals.
No.
You draft players because they're on the penalty kills, fine, but they better be on that power play too. But another player that I love this year, I love this guy, and I think he's going to be a huge year for Carolina. Please pick him up. It's Vincent Trossek. Vincent is actually
heard of his name.
Available at 81% of the leagues right now. You can pick him up. He plays for Carolina. He's the number one guy in the power play. He plays center. He already has one goal. He's going to have more goals. People, let's pick him up now. This guy is going to have a huge year. I'm going to pick him up. Dan's not going to get him. Marty has no idea what's going on.
I don't even know his name.
Vincent Trossek.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
I did not expect you to bring up a name that Marty didn't even know.
Trossek.
Hey, I got Alex Lafreniere and I got Tim Sizzle, but Alex Lafreniere, come on.
Vincent Trossak's another one. Vincent Trossak's another one I like a lot this season. He's available in your league. Pick him up. He's a great pickup right now.
All right, listen. I'm gonna get in on the action. I'm gonna tell you some players that I think are good.
Great.
We're doing players under 60%. So I'm gonna cheat a little bit because this is at 61%. But this is a guy that I wanted to draft and didn't get to. Brian Rust of the Pittsburgh Penguins. This guy, from what I can tell, he's a really good pickup. Now,
Rust is not rusty. He's been in the league for a while. He's a good forward. Pittsburgh, I like Pittsburgh a lot with, again, Crosby's 32 years old now. He's getting a little older, but I just feel the Penguins will get better. They started off kind of slow, but Rust is a great pickup. That's a good one, Dr. Dan. I hope he's available in our league.
Yeah. Oh, well, he's not anymore because I just picked him up. But another guy that I picked up and then I cut and then Marty picked him up is Oliver Bjorkstrand. This guy on Columbus. I don't know. I looked at his picture. I was like, this guy's a good-looking guy. He puts up good numbers. I think this is a good pickup. Marty, what do you say? You picked him up.
Yeah, he's gonna get me some points and stuff like that. So I hope he signed a contract too. I think he signed a 6-year contract or a 5-year contract, but I think he's gonna do great for the Blue Jackets because I think the Blue Jackets have a great team, and I do have a lot of players on the team. I got like 4 or 5.
That's too many. That's too many with COVID to have on one team. Another hint I like to give people is spread your team around. Don't have a bunch of players on one team. And the other thing we did not talk about is the Dallas Stars. Dallas Stars have a great team. If you have a Dallas Star on your team, like I have Ben on my team, don't drop him. Don't drop because they have not played a game yet. They're supposed to play their first game on Friday. Don't do anything drastic. Dallas has a high-powered offense. It's worth waiting for. Trust Ross, the boss. Don't do anything stupid and drop some of your players on that Dallas team because they're going to be valuable in a couple weeks. Trust me on that one. But Marty, Marty, you agree with Dallas, right? I mean, they won the Stanley Cup last year. They finished second in the league last year. They were unbelievable.
They got a great team.
Even though Bishop's out to March, if you have Bishop, drop him or keep him on IR. Bishop's not going to play until the last part of the season, so do what you want.
They got Taylor Seguin. They got
the game comes back in February supposedly.
They got a great hockey team.
I love Ben. I have him. I mean, I think they have a good team, but you'll just wait on Dallas. Wait on Dallas.
I'm gonna pick up some. I'm gonna pick up some Shark players when I get moves.
Now I'm just gonna say this, Marty. There's like about a third of all comments are telling you to do an Irish car bomb.
Marty, let's go.
Another one. Okay, here we go.
Marty, Irish car bomb, one of the best. When Marty's doing this, instead of just watching, another guy I like is Adam Henrik. Adam Henrik plays for the Anaheim Ducks. He's on the first line. He does the power play. He's going to have a big year. He's going to score some goals. Adam's a young, hot player, and it's somebody you should pick up now for the Ducks.
Somebody stole him from me in my hockey pool.
See, somebody stole him from Marty already. Adam Henrik is somebody that I like a lot, and he's available in like 90% of the leagues. So pick up Adam. It's a great pickup if you need a forward that's going to score points, and he'll even get some blocks and he'll even get some hits in there too. He's kind of a goon, but I like that guy a lot.
We're getting a question. It's about ASU hockey. I see that you're wearing your ASU hockey jersey.
Yeah.
Montana Giffen is asking, Ross the boss, have you caught any ASU hockey games this season?
I actually did. It was on one of the sports channels. I saw them play Wisconsin. Unfortunately, they lost. But I actually went last year. I saw them play live against Harvard in Irvine, California. And they actually lost that game, but they won the game the next day. But I love ASU hockey. The whole team's from Canada, Northern Canada. They barely speak English, but they go out there and they play every Division I team. They played Ohio State. They play Wisconsin. They play BU. They play every top team. Denver, they even play. They play every top team, and they're just college in the desert, which is amazing. They have such great competitive hockey at Arizona State University.
That's crazy. I want to get to that in a second, but Montana Giffen asked another question while I was asking that question.
Montana's one of the most gifted lacrosse players who ever came out of Arizona State, just so you know. He's a great lacrosse player.
Idea.
Yeah.
All right, so he's asking, what's your guys' best fantasy hockey names? I assume he's talking team names. So what's the best? I love ridiculous team names. Marty, what's one of the best team names that you've come across?
Team names, I don't got
it. This is going to stump him. Yes, I could tell that was going to stump you. Ross, we're going to go to you with that.
I like it. McDavid, they call him McMack because his last name is McDavid.
Oh, I got one.
McKinnon now, too. But I always like to put the word like goons. I put like LA Goons or I kind of have fun with my hockey name. I've seen a lot of crazy ones I can't remember right now, but I always like the word goon in there or the movie Slapshot. I always try to put something from Slapshot in there too, but I kind of have fun with that question, with that answer. But you know, like the LA Chiefs I mean, I think that's kind of fun because they were called the Charlestown Chiefs. If you watched
I got one for you too.
Marty, well, what's your crazy one?
When Ottawa had Andrew Hammond on Ottawa Senators, they called him the Hamburglar because he would always save the pucks, and every time he got like a shutout, they would throw hamburgers on ice, and everybody would eat the burgers off the ice. I remember Chris Lazar, he ate the burger off the ice, I think.
There's nothing better than says a burger from the ice is nothing better at a hockey game than eat a burger off the ice. Dr. Dan, would you do that?
Listen, you know that I've eaten bologna off of my own face. So would I do that? Probably. Okay. So, and if you want to see that, you'll have to check out MFSN. It was our football picks for the divisional playoff week. That was the bologna one. I don't know if you saw it, Marty. Okay. We're going to get back to waiver wire. We're going to talk about defensemen in a second, but I got to ask about Anthony Cirelli and Jeff Skinner. Are these good values for centers and forwards? And then we'll move on to defensemen. Are these names that you would even consider? They're on my radar, but I don't know if my radar is good.
Jeff Skinner
I like Skinner a lot. Skinner I like a lot. I mean, again, I don't know if there's how many teams are in your league. If it's a 12 or 14 team league, I would definitely have Skinner. 10 team, I don't think I would have him in my team. No, the answer is no. I mean, but another name.
And what about Cirelli?
Cirelli, the same thing. I think Cirelli is kind of mediocre at best.
Okay.
He's not going to win you the league, but if you're in a big league, another name I did not bring up that I love this guy. His name's Miles Wood. And you're saying, Miles Wood, who the hell's this guy? He has 2 goals this year out of 2 games. He plays for New Jersey. This guy's so badass at practice. He got in a fight with PK Subban, who's like their big star.
I love that part.
So he got in a fight with them at practice. They had to separate the two. They sent Miles home, but he came back the next day and he scored a goal. And this kid's in the power plays. This kid's not a defenseman. He's a forward, but he's a goon too. So if your league has penalty minutes that count, they're a positive, you pick Miles Wood up right now. He's gonna get you a lot of penalty minutes, hits, blocks. But I love this kid from New Jersey.
Okay, guys, I want people to put it in the comments. Any centers and forwards that you think we missed. We're going to move on to defensemen in a second. But if you haven't clicked subscribe and rung that bell for notifications, please do so, and you'll know that you won't miss out on any hockey and other sports from MFSN. Okay, defensemen. I'm going to start us off because I know we're going to spin off into control and I won't even know what to talk about. I've got Matt Dumba. This is someone that I drafted. He seems like a good player. He's done well so far. I hesitated to even mention it because I wanted to lay low on that. Matt Grzelczyk. I think Ross, you have him or Marty does. One of the two of you has him. Am I even saying that right?
I don't have him on my team. I mean,
I don't know who he
is. Him, but no, I don't have him. I don't think I would pick him up on my team.
All right.
I mean,
listen, there's also a guy.
Who do you like, Marty? And then I'll go.
I like. I don't know if I have it in our group. I think I have John Carlson, Eric Carlson, and I think I don't know if I have Brett Burns, but I'm in 5 hockey pools, so. I just don't know.
So Brett Burns is not available in most leagues, Marty. So Burns is averaging 27 minutes a game on the ice, which is unbelievable. Which means, this guy's playing almost half the game, which is a lot of ice time. Another guy I like on defense is Adam Beauquest. He plays for the Chicago Blackhawks. This kid is a goon. He loves to hit. He loves to fight. But behind that, he's available in 4 of the leagues, and he'll get you a lot of points. He loves getting assists. So Adam Beauquest, to me, he's available in 86% of the leagues. He's a great pickup right now. And I know you're saying, Ross, the Blackhawks, they're 0-3. They're not going to stay 0-3. It doesn't matter if they win or lose anyway, except unless they're plus minus. But doesn't matter. Pick up Adam Beauquest. It's a great pickup right now. Another guy I like, he plays for Las Vegas, is Alec Martinez. He played for the Kings for years. He's an older guy, but he'll get you plus minus. He'll get you assists. The Vegas, to me, is my pick to win the Stanley Cup this year. They're loaded. Their 4th line can compete with any first line in the league. They're loaded this year. I think they're so much fun to watch too. But Alec Martinez, he's on the power play. He's somebody that if he's available in a lot of the leagues. Pick him up now.
I think Colorado too, though.
What's that, Marty?
I think Colorado
what?
Colorado has a good chance to win the Stanley Cup. Everybody's talking about Colorado, but I like to see a Canadian team like host the Stanley Cup, but we'll see.
You know, Marty, the Canadians haven't had a Stanley Cup winner in like 30 years. So let's forget it. The Canadians will never win a cup ever again.
No, that's why
Ottawa's going to sneak in there.
It's staying in the United States. It's not leaving here. So let's not get any crazy ideas, Marty. Let's do another Irish car bomb because you said something stupid about the Canadians winning the Stanley Cup.
Well, I had to go get another can.
It's coming to stay right here in America. Where
you got to go get another.
Marty.
I gotta go get another can. It's like 2 feet.
Run and get a can, and then we're going to talk about. Noah Mark has a question. What division do you all think is going to have the most goals? So, Ross, this is a conversation between you and your son. I'm going to stay out of this.
I mean, we
not my
talked
business.
about it, and we watch a lot of. Again, we watch a lot of hockey here. I mean, we really do. I mean, to be two Americans that live in Los Angeles, California, we have the package here. We watch 3 hours, 4 hours of hockey a night. I feel Canada like Ottawa. I'm not saying because Marty's not here. Vancouver, Edmonton,
I'm here.
Montreal, Toronto. I feel those teams will score a lot of goals. I don't think their goaltending's that good. I think they're mediocre at best. I know Marty probably differs with me, but I'm just saying the best goalies are here in America, which means more goals will be scored here in Canada because their goaltending is kind of weak. Marty, what do you think?
Well, actually, I think we got a good goaltender. We got Matt Murray. He's going to prove his point.
Matt Murray, who was kicked out of Pittsburgh, who was a disaster in Pittsburgh, could even start during the playoffs because he was so bad.
They didn't give him a chance, though. So, you know what?
Come on. You're crazy.
He's going to give him a chance, though, this year.
What I'm saying is the standard of goaltending is so much weaker in Canada. People will score goals. Again,
but we got great defense. You got to remember, if we got Ottawa got good defense, we got good goaltending. Then,
okay.
Do you guys? Okay. Do they drink Irish car bombs?
No, they drink Molson. The beer of choice in Canada is Molson.
Ross, we're getting reports. We are getting reports.
What is
from the comments section that you are not drinking enough.
I have my beer right here. Where is it? Somewhere around here.
All right, go ahead, guys. You have a drink. It's on me.
This beer is called VB.
When I say it's on me, I don't mean I bought it. This beer is only
available in Australia. You can't buy this in the United States.
Well, apparently it's available in the United States because you got it. But how did you?
I got
it. You got it shipped to you from Australia.
I got it. I can't. It's a very secret way how I got it. But that all being said,
you watch Matt Murray. He's going to bring us to the promised land.
All right, we're going to get to goalies in a second, but I need to mention one other defenseman. I don't even know if I'm mentioning it because he's a good player, although he seems to be doing well so far. But his name has to be mentioned. It's Kevin Shettenkirk. This guy combines William Shatner with Captain Kirk. He must be mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're a Star Trek fan, the player to pick up is Kevin Shattenkirk. This is why you're tuning in to find out about fantasy Star Trek. I'm drafting Sulu.
I do like Kevin. He was on my list, Dan, actually. Kevin Shattenkirk was on my list. He was played for the Blues last year. He plays for the Ducks now. He's somebody that I was talking to my son about actually before we started. And I like this kid a lot. He'll get assists. He'll get some penalty minutes. But Shattenkirk is a great pick by you, Dr. Dan. I'm very impressed. Shattenkirk's somebody that you should take seriously, and it's a great pickup. And he plays for the Ducks, the hat that Marty's wearing. So go ahead, pick him up.
Now, let me ask you this, Ross. Would you pick him up in a 10-team league?
Yes.
Is he okay?
Yes.
All right, that's good to know.
I feel he was the Ducks. It was their Ducks' big sign during the summer. The Ducks love him. He'll be on the power play. He'll be on the first line. You want to get these players who play in the power play, and he's one of them. Absolutely.
All right, so let's have each of you name one or two defensemen that I've missed. And by the way, people out there, put it in the comments if we're missing others. We want to see this. So, Marty, you start us off. Oh,
like people, players that didn't get picked up yet, or what?
Defensemen that are under 60% owned that you should pick up in your league.
I know that somebody doesn't pick up Duncan Keith from the Chicago Blackhawks. Sometimes they don't go with Duncan Keith, and I don't know if Letang's still playing from the Pittsburgh Penguins, but I'm not too sure. But
Letang's still there. Keith is in his 15th season. I like Duncan a lot. He's a Stanley Cup winner. I got to meet him the year he lost all his teeth in the Stanley Cup Finals. I like Keith a lot. Marty, you're 100% right. I think Letang still plays for Pittsburgh. I believe. Yeah. I believe you're right. I also like Samuel Gerard. He's available like 95% of the leagues. Already this year, he has like 10 shots on goal. That's tremendous for a defenseman to have in 2 games. He plays 22 minutes a game, which is huge. I feel he'll be a great pickup. If you need a defenseman, he's somebody that's going to score a lot, get a lot of penalties. And defensemen, I always like guys that have penalty minutes because most of my leagues, penalty minutes are positive things to have. And you need that guy in defense to get those for you so you can win that category.
Yep.
All right, we're getting a shout out for Colin Pareko. Am I saying that name right?
Pareko.
We got it from your own son. Listen, Marty, we're about to finish up defensemen. There are calls for more Irish car bombs. I'm just doing my duty to report this.
Marty,
we're going to move on to goalies.
It's an American holiday here in the United States. You got to keep up with the Irish car bombs. We need you to celebrate the holiday.
I will.
This is how they celebrate Martin Luther King Day.
1, 2, 3.
Irish car bombs.
We got to celebrate.
I'm not sure that's entirely correct.
Great Americans. He led us.
He was one of the great Americans
back in the 60s.
Generally, it's more of a solemn holiday, but some people drink Irish car bombs.
I think it's a celebration of his life. I think it's a great thing. I'm very happy to be an American to celebrate his holiday, and I never got to meet
you on
the
that
man,
all the way,
but,
Ross.
Yeah, I never got to meet the man, but
But it's nice how they do it for him all the time. He deserves every day, like Martin King Luther Day.
But
I like
let's talk hockey, guys. And not with Martin Luther King. He was not a hockey fan. We are. Let's talk about hockey, and let's talk about, is it goalie time?
It's goalie time. Ross, would you like to get us started on goalies?
I'll get you started. So I'll tell about the goalies that I like a lot. I'm going to start with Matt Murray. We talked about him before, just in case you came in late. Matt Murray is somebody that just had a baby. He's averaging 2 goals a game, which is very good. He'll probably get it under 2 very soon. I like Matt Murray a lot. I think he is revitalized in Ottawa. Another guy I like is Christa Smith. The reason I like Chris, he plays for Pittsburgh. Their number 1 goalie, Jerry, is like averaging 7 goals a game. So they got rid of that idiot. They put the Smith in there, and he's actually doing great. He's averaging close to 2 goals a game. He's winning games for Pittsburgh. They'll go with it. The thing you got to remember goalies is this: the coach will go with the hot goalie. So if the number 1 starter's not playing well, they'll yank them. They don't care. Because the season's only 56 games. They have a limited time of games to make the playoffs. They got to be hot. So you got to take goalies that are hot. So DeSmith, Murray, Cam DeBot, I like a lot from Minnesota. They're 2-0. He's their goalie. He's unbelievable this year. It's something that you should consider picking up. He's available. He'd probably be available in your league. Another guy I like, he plays for the Kings. He'll play 90% of the games, is Jonathan Quick. If you need starts, Quick is your guy. I know he's old, Ross. He's an old guy. Why are you picking up Jonathan Quick? The Kings are not as bad as everybody thinks they are. They'll win some games. They'll be 500. Quick's a good pickup right now. He's available like 80% of the games. So those are the goalies I like. Marty, what do you think?
I like Matt Murray, how he said, but I like Hopi too. But okay. I like how Washington actually picked out Craig Anderson to sign a contract, and I want to wish him luck there because he's such a great guy. He was such a great friend to me, and he would always give me a shout out on like when he's on live on Instagram. So I want to give a shout out to Craig Anderson, and I think you'll see Craig Anderson play for the Washington Capitals. And he'll get them into the playoffs too, just like Matt Murray, who's going to get us in the playoffs. And then Vancouver is going to walk in the playoffs. And then I think Montreal and Toronto and other Canadian teams are going to fight for a spot. I think everybody's counting Ottawa out. I don't think this is the case this year. I think we got a young talent. And you know what? Ottawa's going to make the playoffs.
Okay, enough about Ottawa. I mean, Ottawa this, Ottawa that. We don't want to hear about Ottawa all the time. It's too much.
Yeah, listen. Not only that, but Marty's eyes are starting to squint. He's getting tired.
Ottawa.
Okay. Well, listen. If you want to have another Irish car bomb, you can. Now's the time to do it because we're running out of time. We have a comment though. While you have your Irish car bomb, we've got the Lone Loon saying, "I have 3 goalies to pick up: Binnington, Ilya Sorokin, and Francouz."
They don't have no goalies for the person.
They were thinking of dropping Sorokin and picking up Cam Talbot. I had Talbot on my list. I had Quick on my list. I had Matt Murray on my list. The only other one I have on my list that you haven't mentioned is Mikko Koskinen, the
I like
Edmonton
Mikko
goalie.
too. He's played in like every game. He has a lot of time on ice. It's a good pickup. He plays for Edmonton. That's a great question. I like Talbot. I think the Minnesota is going to be a good team this year. They're playing very strong, and Talbot looks unbelievable this year. So I think waving and picking up Talbot's a good move right now. Pick up the hot goalie. Do it.
Is Talbot better than Koskinen?
Ooh.
That's hard to say. If they're on different teams.
I know, but it's just they're about the same. I mean, Talbot's the hot goalie right now. So you go with the guy who's hot.
Yeah.
Talbot. The guys you should stay away from, Marty, why don't you do your card bomb real quick, is Tristan Jerry of Pittsburgh. He's average, as I mentioned, he's giving away 7 goals a game. They already yanked him out. They already have the Smith in there. Pavel Frakorts, he plays for Colorado. Pavel is actually not going to play much this year. He's not seen the ice yet. They played 3 games in Colorado. They thought he would maybe play a little more, but I don't think he's going to play that much, maybe 10 or 12 games. Ben Bishop is another guy you should stay away from.
He's on IR right now.
Just because he's not going to play till March. So if you have him, either put him on IR or just waive him because he's not going to mean anything to your team during the regular season.
Now, Ross, I'm sorry to divert us from hockey for a second here, but our producers are they're telling us that it's time for a speed round to see how many Irish car bombs you can drink in 1 minute. I am a therapist. I'm not comfortable with this. So Ross,
I'll do it.
You're going to lead
Marty,
us in
we
this
have
charge.
1 minute. I'll do it, Dr. Dan. I don't want you to lose
Thank
your
you so
license.
much.
I know the board is watching the game right now. I don't want Dr. Dan to get in trouble. So Ross, the boss, is going to ask Marty, we got 1 minute. I want you to drink as many car bombs as you can. They don't have to be filled up all the way to the top. You can fill it halfway, quarter way. I don't really care. I just want to see. I want to see the counter we have on the top. I want to see that to be filled. So Marty, let's put it at 1 minute, and then after that we can call it a show. Dan, I'll do it. I don't want you.
This is
Thank
my
you,
last
Ross.
hand,
Oh, this is it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Dan,
Yeah.
we got to
Right.
send him a case of beer. We got to send Marty a case of beer next time.
Yeah, we owe you one at least.
Yeah, you gotta send him some beer here.
All
Okay,
right, so you get yourself ready for that.
So instead of
And
this,
meanwhile, Marty.
let's do this. To tell the producers, wait, don't do it. No.
Hey, what?
I wanted them to time you on how long it will take you to do the car bomb because we.
Oh yeah, let me go check if I have one more can. Hold on.
All right, he's going to go check. While
Okay.
he's checking,
So let's talk
Ross,
hockey. So again, let me remind the viewers, we are at a point of the season where it's very early. Don't do anything stupid. Don't drop your good players. Don't drop anybody you drafted in the first 5 rounds. Be smart. Be patient. They'll play. They'll get some goal. It's not. Please. It's only the second week of hockey. We got 140 days to go, and there's no. And the great thing about hockey this year, they have a game every night. It's like 120 straight days of hockey. It's something crazy. So, which
Thank
means
goodness
I can sit and
for
watch
sports.
hockey every night while Dr. Dan's like reading books. I'm watching hockey.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
so
Marty.
what do you have right now? Let me see what you got. Let me see what you got, Marty.
Well, I got 3 right here, and then I already did 4 already for you guys.
Okay, so if
Or
we give you a minute, will that we can see how many shots and semi glasses you can do, right? So you know the game.
Yeah.
Okay, so Misa, let's do the clock at 1 minute.
I only got like 1 half can though, so just to let you know.
all right,
you do?
I'll tell you when to go.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Ready and go. You have 1 minute. I'm keeping track of the time. I'm ignoring what's happening here. This is the closest thing I've ever come to being in a fraternity. It's very upsetting, but I can handle it, and I'll go to therapy later. I'll be fine. So listen, also, while you're drinking, if you can just tell us the best goalie you ever. No, you can't tell us your things you're drinking. That's
I can answer.
Can I be?
What's the question about a goalie?
No, here's my question.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Someone's saying he's really going to be drunk. Yes, I agree.
No,
and
he
I
is.
apologize on
He's
behalf
Canadian,
of
folks.
everyone.
He's Canadian. He's from Ontario. It's 0 degrees outside. He has all these Canadians. They sit at home and drink beer and watch hockey. That's the reason I'm drinking a
Okay,
beer.
all done.
Because it's a
We have a
celebration of
comment
hockey.
from Ryan Ballingall. Chug, 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 ICBs and lobster crab dips.
Yeah.
You know, in Canada, they really know how to do things, and I'm learning all about it. This is not something I've ever done. I'll ask one more question. You finished it in a minute. You did it, Marty. You did.
That was pretty impressive, Marty.
1 minute.
I gotta say. I mean, I don't think Dr. Dan can bring seven up that quick.
Let's all give Marty a round of applause. That was huge. I'm going to ask one last question, then we're going to wrap up for today. The question is, how many goalies should you own in your league? I have 4 right now because just 2? 4. Yes, Ross. I like it because they score so much.
So
let
me just explain, Marty, why you should have 4 goalies. With a COVID year, it's a whole different situation. It's not the same stuff going on.
Okay.
With teams are going to miss games like Dallas.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll pick up another
coaches are going to carry 3 goalies this year. You can have 3 goalies travel to different locations. So you got 3 goalies on your roster. So they're going to rest their superstar goalie, and they're going to play their backup. They may even play the backup to the backup once in a while. So a lot of leagues, you got to have at least 3 starts in 1 week. So to make sure you get that, you have to carry more goalies, Marty. You only have 2.
Okay.
Ross the boss says you got to extend that to 3. Drop one of your forwards and pick up a.
I might pick up another goalie, because I didn't know.
But the answer is
2 goalies play at night though.
4.
All right, guys.
Well,
we're gonna have to come back. We're gonna come back to this question the next time we go. But obviously, we've opened the door to Pandora's box. Some very important questions in life. Yeah. Guys, if you are watching, please click subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and put your comments below. We loved having you here. And now Marty is probably going to have to take a huge leak. That's my guess. Thank you for watching, everyone. Yeah, this was great. Can't wait to see you next time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. From Killcliff, the #1 clean energy drink in the mind of Joe Rogan, comes the Flamin' Joe. Sugar-free, B vitamins, electrolytes, all them good drink things. An epic spicy pineapple fusion from out of this world, straight into your drink hole. Own it. Killcliff.com.